Brian Murray here is a near and dear friend of mine, very good friend. But unfortunately, the reason why I asked Brian to come here today is because Brian's 21-year-old daughter was murdered on an Air Force base after only serving the Air Force for about 6 weeks. She volunteered to sign up and serve her country, but unfortunately, she was the victim of a domestic violence situation. In fact, it was a murder-suicide. Her murderer committed suicide upon this dreadful act. And what I have seen Brian endure with his family the last couple of years is not only the fact that Natasha was a beautiful young lady who was cut down too soon, was that she was a graduate of Chandler High School. Brian right now is a resident of Levine. So people across the valley mourn her and miss her. But it also shows this desperate and horrible situation we have in the United States. And it really opened up the situation of how even our own military cannot protect service members. There's a very good article in Elle magazine which laid out what happened to Natasha and how after only dating someone for a couple of weeks that he became her killer. And so I'm going to ask Brian here, who's been fighting for justice on behalf of Natasha. First of all, I want to thank so much County Attorney Rachel Mitchell, who met with him this morning so he could talk to her about his story and what he hopes and plans to do in justice for her and all victims. But I want Brian to talk about Natasha, his family situation, and what he would like to see to happen going forward here in Maricopa County and the United States. Brian, thank you.
Thank you, Tom. I want to thank Tom and Dan Gardner for inviting me here today. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, so I'm just going to say a few words. Everyone in this room knows someone or has or is going through domestic violence, whether you know it or not. The one thing that has stayed with me through this tragedy with my daughter is a number of women, friends, former coworkers that have come forward telling me about their own issues with domestic violence, and a lot of them did this in silence. My message is simple. Take the time to reach out to a friend or coworker who you know is going through something. Sometimes all it takes is a friend or a colleague to lend an ear to. You may help change the trajectory of somebody's life. Simply asking, "Are you doing okay?" might save someone's life. Thank you for your time.